this Alex Van Halen video a while back called Alex Van Halen Swings. It's all about how Alex incorporates this like swing feel into all the beats that he does. And I've been getting some requests for part 2, so here it is. Check out this fiddle. It's like this combination of snare and double kick. Saka booga boom, saka booga boom, saka booga boom. It's so smooth. Let's hear it again. And if you listen to bootlegs, like I'm sure a lot of you do, the I'm So Glad bootleg from Caracas, he does that fill in a bunch of songs. It's almost like he came up with that fill on the Diver Down tour, and it was like perfected and just ready to put in the crowning jewel of 1984, Jump, right in the primo spot. So he does it in Jamie's Crying. So that was like a variation. But later on in the song, let's hear the fill one more time. Then he does it again from the same bootleg, I'm So Glad, on Unchained. Let's do it again. And he does it on Littleguitars. Then he does it again at the end of the song. And sure, why not? I mean, if you've got a fill that is as good as that one and you can play it as well as he can, do it every chance you get. So I wanted to try and make a beat out of that fill. Yeah. And it worked. So then I thought, well, I could probably do like a drum solo type intro, like a Hot for Teacher kind of a thing. We've got a new fill. Quick, who can figure out what song that's from? All you Van Halen experts out there, I know you know what that's from. Feel Your Love Tonight. Drums, they sound so good. So when you do one of these little experiments, my name's francapitanelli. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel and press the notifications button. And if you want to support this channel, you can go to the About section in my channel page, and there's a link there. So when I finished the last Alex Van Halen video, Alex Van Halen Swings, I realized that I left out the song that swings the most. It's the song called
Center Swing.
You know how you see a car and it looks like the wheels are moving backwards? It's just so smooth. That's what this beat reminds me of. The wagon wheel effect. how do you even come up with that? It's kind of a weird beat, but it's so perfect. I love all of Alex Van Halen's sounds. When it gets into the Simmons drums era and it's just like, I like that, but I don't like it as much as just the natural toms. There's this, and there's this. And I like them both, but if I had to choose, I would choose this. Because they just sound so much better. And I know it's the 80s, and you can't escape the 80s without using a Simmons pad or some kind of drum machine, electronic drums, whoever you are, it's gonna infect you. You're in the 80s. And he did it a really cool way. The natural progression of it made sense. That sound showing up. Prior to that, just the natural sound of the drums. Little Guitars is a masterpiece. The drums on it are amazing. They sound so good. And when they kick in, it's just the coolest beat. There's another beat that's similar to it. It's the Bullet the Blue Sky beat from U2. They're both such great beats. And it makes sense that the first time I heard Bullet the Blue Sky, I was like, blown away. It's a great song. But it had something I was already familiar with, and it's that drum beat. I knew I recognized it from somewhere, but it took me a second to figure out what it was, because you don't really think about Van Halen and U2 in the same universe. Let's hear both of them together. Why not? We'll do Alex in the left speaker and Larry Mullen Jr. in the right speaker. And they both have killer drum sounds, but the Alex sound, you can't mess with it. Especially on Diver Down. I think Diver Down's got the best drum sound of all the albums. Fair warning, Diver Down in '84, it's hard to really pick the best one or your favorite out of those three, but something about Diver Down, it just comes in so strong. But this one, the other thing is the hi-hat. I love how he just opens it a little at the end of each measure. Toms, hard left. That part right there, he is just riding the crash so hard. You can't help but think of Keith Moon. Keith Moon was like the first guy that did that. He didn't really even use hi-hats. But when he hits that ride, and it's so strong, it totally washes out. Reminds me of the song that Keith Moon wrote, probably with Pete, called I Need You. But it sounds like Keith Moon mixed it, because these crash cymbals get so loud. I need you. So the next part's got some little things going on that I never really noticed until I heard the isolated tracks. How he does these little pickup snares, like Achilles' Last Stand kind of a thing. And then the toms are always like way off in one speaker or the other with a ton of reverb on them. When they're in the final mix, they sound like perfect. You wouldn't even hesitate twice. But in the isolated tracks, it's like, whoa. I'm gonna leave you with this last song, AFU Naturally Wired. Killer drums on this song. Unfortunately, OU812, as we all know, doesn't sound very good. And I haven't been able to find any isolated tracks or make any isolated tracks of the drums for that song. But I do have a cool live version from the Monsters of Rock tour where they're just tearing it up on this song. Alex's part on this song is really involved. It's almost like on the Neil Peart level of composition of a drum part, and definitely some shades of Bonham. With this guy's shirt, why does it say Stratosphere? And there's a little thing going on over here at the bottom of Van Halen's because it says ATL, and Stratosphere is a skateboard shop, a very hallowed one in Atlanta, where we lost our buddy Thomas Taylor. So this video is dedicated to him. All right, Thomas, happy trails, my dude.